Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at our 30-minute chart in gold today. Gold was kind of a mixed market, and pretty much the entire second half of the day was just a choppy market. Gold pushed up in the overnight through the London session, came in this morning, had a news release. Gold made pretty decent push to the upside. Then we had another news release, and you can see with the news releases, you get these kind of wild swings. Big push down, left a bottoming tail, set up a bull flag, but then never triggered. And apparently traders kind of digested the news and ended up taking it lower. This was a very bearish bar, opened at the top, closed near the bottom, followed by a very bearish bar that opened at the top and closed right at the bottom, poked underneath the 50 EMA, closed back above it, and the 50 EMA is significant on these 30-minute charts. In fact, the 50 and the 200 price really respects those levels. And you could see that after this big push down, gold just started making some pretty large swings, but stuck at the 50 EMA. And you pushed up, left the topping tail, pushed underneath it, ultimately closed back above it. Another push down that closed back above it. Yet another push down that closed back above it. Then you've actually got a bar that did close underneath finally. So you got this little breakout to the downside. Didn't really follow through. Didn't set up any kind of a trending move really. This was a pretty bearish bar that opened at the top, closed at the bottom, followed by a bullish bar that opened at the bottom, closed at the top, followed by another mixed bar. This bar actually opened at the top, pushed down, and couldn't break above the 50 EMA, and then we just kind of went into chop mode. But again, gold overall was, the second half of the day especially, was just wide swing chop. Just no trend at all. And it's tough to trade markets like that when there's no trend. And you can see, just dojis, couple bars, dojis, just a lot of indecision and a real choppy market in gold. And this is what that looked like on the Renko chart. Again, this morning you came in, you had the first news release, you had this nice push up. It went into a little compression right here that broke to the upside, and then we pulled back, chopped around. This is where we had that other news release, and this kind of pushed down and then started chopping again. And you can see in the afternoon we even drew in some channel lines. We had this pivot high here and this pivot low, and you could see that for quite a long time you just pivoted inside those two pivots. We put another little channel in right here to go with these power lines, and then we had a little false breakout. It broke out. I mean, it's good for a target, but didn't really amount to anything, and then just kind of chopped underneath the channel line that we put in, and it actually went back up inside the channel, broke out below it again, no follow through, climbed back up into the channel, and then just chopped into the close. But you could see no real trend. I mean, we had a little bit of a move right there on that news, that push down, and you're able, if you traded that, you definitely could have got a few targets off on that. But even the move down wasn't a real orderly one. You pushed down and you pulled way back, pushed down, pulled back, chopped, pulled back. So, I mean, you definitely could got some targets off on those setups, but overall, just a real choppy move and a choppy day in gold. Just up and down, up and down, up and down. You just get your account chopped to pieces when you try and trade in these types of markets. So all in all, a mixed market in gold that ended up being a really choppy afternoon.